at how is applied anthropology different from the research anthropology um, fields like cultural, biological, linguistic, and archaeology. So in applied anthropology, the anthropologists who take on these kinds of roles are really interested in using the research that they do in order to make change for people. Sometimes research is just used to understand, which is also very important, right? We want to understand people in the world. We want to know why people do the things that they do in order to understand our world better, right? But for applied anthropologists, they are invested in helping or helping, maybe helping isn't the right word, but facilitating change in communities that are suffering in some way. And sometimes these examples of these might be, for instance, an area in East Africa, Tanzania or Kenya, for example, that is in a drought, right? Years-long drought. So an applied anthropologist might come in as a consultant and act as a facilitator to understand more about how people behave in terms of water, where a well might be placed, and then take that information back to the company that, or the NGO, non-governmental organization that's building the well, and say, these things need to be in place in order for this well project to work and for people to actually be able to get water in this drought. Many of those water projects actually fail because they don't take into consideration the culture, the ideas, the behaviors, the values of people before building the wells, right? There's many kinds of roles that applied anthropologists can play besides just people who do research and teach. The term consultant is used a lot because people don't really know what an anthropologist does. You study dinosaurs? No, we don't. You can be a consultant, a researcher for a particular company. Sometimes an anthropologist working for a business or a non-governmental organization might be called a needs assessor, right? Someone who is assessing needs. A policy analyst or legal liaison, some kind of trainer, maybe a cultural competency trainer or a program evaluator. And they can work in any field, right? Here are just some examples: health, medicine, the environment, the prison system, and immigration, business, or food insecurity. So there are actually anthropologists who are hired full-time to work in corporations, like GM, for instance, maybe 15 years ago, hired an anthropologist, and she's been working to understand the corporate culture of General Motors and provide information back to General Motors about how the corporation could work more efficiently in terms of its own corporate culture. Anthropologists who do applied anthropology can work in all kinds of jobs, affecting change for the people that they study.